Donald Trump's approval is lowering down every single day. And just today, CNN and the Washington Post released these new polls that put Trump disapproved by in between 3 to 8 points. That is huge, because if you really know politics, you will know that starting your presidency with 8.2 approval rating is not that good. As you can see over here, even Bush was slightly kind of favorable until he fell a lot, and same thing with Barack. So yeah, that's not really a good sign for the Donald Trump. Obama actually started with around like a 63% approval rating, which is huge. I think Bill Clinton started with like 56, 53 as I remembered, and Biden started off with like 56. So yeah, this 8.2 start is not good. Really not good. And now it's shrunk down to a 1.3. That is also not good. Because if it keeps going like this, Trump will become disapproved. And as you guys know, his favorability rating also isn't really great. It did improve, for sure, but Americans still don't see Donald Trump as a favorable figure in my eyes. So this could lead to his office having a bad support, which will make the 2028 election way easier for Democrats to win. As you can see, J.D. Vance is also unfavorable, and I don't think we have any approval polls on J.D. Vance yet. We actually do, but these are from January, so stuff might have changed. This was the time that Trump was actually like well approved to an extent. So today we're gonna see my official 2028 prediction. So this is not like a hypothetical scenario. This is my official prediction with vice presidents too. So like if the 2028 election, if it happened today. But yeah, these approval ratings and favorability ratings do show that Donald Trump's presidency at the moment is not being viewed that well. Of course, this is just the start. Maybe he'll go up, and then I'll have J.D. Vance winning by a landslide. Because if Donald Trump really has a well government, he promises to do all the good things he's saying that he'll do, then I believe that J.D. Vance could win by more than 350 electoral votes. If Donald Trump's government goes bad and he doesn't satisfy people and he let down on the Republicans, I see Josh Shapiro winning by more than 300 electoral votes. So we're gonna see this prediction, like how is it going right now. So let's start with the states that are being called first. So Kentucky, I think is still going to the J.D. Vance, and that I don't think it's true it is going. Same with Indiana. These two states have really no way to go to Josh Shapiro. Indiana could go likely if Donald Trump's presidency doesn't go well, but even that is unlikely. So Vermont is safe Democrat. That's the most Democratic state in the country besides Washington, D.C. And Maryland's also kind of up there. Virginia is likely Democrat. That state has been really trending left recently. And Georgia, this is my first hot take. I actually have it as a lean Democrat as of the moment. I just think that the suburbs around Atlanta that is really shifting towards the left is a huge part on why the Democrats are getting more points in Georgia, because around these suburbs, there's also a lot of college educated votes, so that might push Georgia even more to the left. And this 2.2 win for Trump is also very worrying because he's like the strongest candidate as of the moment. And Josh Shapiro has a very high approval rating, and his favorability rating I think is dead even, but I think it's also a little bit more favorable than unfavorable. So I see a lot of these Atlanta suburbs also shifting. Maybe even the rural vote over here in the south and the north and in the central regions. So and Atlanta itself, I think, is also will also shift towards the left, unlike 2020. So that's a big reason why I'm putting Georgia as lean Democrat, and also it's a close lean Democrat. It's like 1.2, and South Carolina I currently have it as a likely Republican. Yet again, also these states, like with Donald Trump's low approval rating and favorability as of the moment, and JD Vance's, I really do see these states shifting a lot. And now with Ohio, I expect it to be, this is JD Vance's home state after all. I don't expect it to be that competitive, only if, yet again, Donald Trump's presidency goes bad. Then I could see it dropping down to a lean, but at the moment, it's like 10-point victory. West Virginia, no questions there. And now, another hot take is that I'm currently putting North Carolina as blue. This is like the biggest hot take at the moment, because North Carolina is probably the most right trending state in the swing states, besides Arizona. But because as you can see, it's also potentially the most competitive state in the union, because for more than 5 elections in a row, actually, it was less than 4 points. That has never been seen ever with the swing states today. So that's also a big reason. And yeah, North Carolina is also kind of like Georgia. It's shifting towards the left very slowly, actually. And there's also a lot of college graduates there. And yet again, this Trump plus 3.2 victory is also a big sign. Now, look, this North Carolina win for Josh Shapiro probably won't even last long, to be honest, because I have it's potentially not, actually it is a recount, to be honest, if it went like this, because I'm saying it about like 0.15. Like, it's extremely close, and I'm maybe gonna change it. And now we got the a lot of electoral votes are going to be called here. So Florida is a state that's really trending right leaning. Like, Trump won it by almost a solid margin, and something that I really wasn't expecting is Miami-Dade County really being very Democratic. I mean, Republican. And that was just a big sign. And to be honest, with Florida shifting to a right every year, I could see it being actually solid, but not now, not really. I think it's gonna stay about where it is, maybe shifting like to like Texas margin, like 13.8 or something. But I do think Florida is actually gonna become more Republican than Texas in this election. And Miami-Dade County, I see it also being a 15-point margin there. And I see also Palm Beach flipping, so yeah, that's a very big thing. Very big flip. These 3 states are always Republican. Long time since I've seen them going Democrat. Oklahoma, Missouri, I'm actually putting as likely just because of the abortion. Nah, that's stupid. No, I think it's still going to stall. Never mind. Illinois, I actually put it back in the safe category. Yet again, I think this was a fluke, to be honest. This Harris plus 11, really, I think it was just a fluke. I don't think it's happening again. And then we got all of these Democratic states in the Northeast and in the southern Northeast in New England, Mid-Atlantic. And I'm actually putting New Jersey back in the Democrat solid category. Yet again, I also think this was a fluke. I don't think it's happening again. This thing just came out of nowhere. And there's really no reason to this happen. So I really just think it was a fluke too. And also, Josh Shapiro has a lot of influence in these areas. And I think New Jerseyans will see Josh Shapiro as a more favorable candidate than J.D. Vance. And Pennsylvania, it's also pretty tight. Even though I'm still putting it with Josh Shapiro, just because he's loved there. He's a proud governor of Pennsylvania. His approval rating skyrockets. Is like rocking there. He is probably the most favorable and not favorable, probably the most popular Pennsylvania governor ever in history. So that could even push it to lean, but yet again, it's just Erie County. I don't know how it will go there. Erie County, if you know, is like a swing, basically a swing county in Pennsylvania, and I see it shifting back. I really think it's going back to the Republicans. I don't think that many Democrats are going to win in Erie County anymore, which is a big loss, to be honest. Because Josh Shapiro here is basically like the only, actually it is the only way that they can win Pennsylvania at the moment. Because my prediction is that Pennsylvania won't even be a swing state by 2030. So because it's just shifting very fast to the right. And I don't think the blue wall is going to really go blue anymore that much. So, yeah, but I do see these suburbs around Philadelphia also shifting to the right. Flip back Bucks County and get back Chester County into the safe column. These counties over here could also flip. This one, maybe not, but this one, yes, that one flips. Central County is also going to a little bit shift more to the left, I think. So, yeah, that's really what I think for Pennsylvania. I do see Pennsylvania in the future becoming kind of like a state like Ohio, but that's like in the very future. Anyways, New Hampshire's gone for Republicans. I really don't think anyone is gonna win there that's a Republican, except it's, only if it's like very, very popular and new candidate comes in or something. And Maine at large, yeah, that's also gone. I don't think Maine the second will really get any more attention. It's just getting so rural there, so conservative. Arkansas, same thing. And then we got New York. Which I'm putting as the safe Democrat. Yet again, it wasn't really that much of a win there. It wasn't that much of a shift. Actually, it was a big shift, but it's not. I think Josh Shapiro could improve there and snatch back into the 15-point column. And really, yeah, New York is not really. I don't see it really becoming a swing state unless a lot of. Actually, maybe it could, but like in like 2040, something like that. And finally, I have a win for swing state win for J.D. Vance, and that's Michigan. Michigan really, really was a surprise here, and yeah, no one really expected this. Even like Republican swing pollsters were like at least expecting Michigan to go to the left. This like was a massive win for the Republicans that will probably put Michigan in the dust. Because like Detroit County, all of these counties around Detroit shifted so much. Like Michigan just became, and you could actually see that in the later elections. Like Michigan was like giving warning signs of flipping. Like it first started with Obama winning a lot, and then shrinked, and then it literally went to Trump, and then Biden, which was like even with the like a very not approved president, Trump only won it by 3 points. That's not normal. Not normal. And I don't see Josh Shapiro winning here, even though maybe with Gretchen Whitmer it could flip. So I also see it like less than 0.5, like North Carolina. But yeah, Michigan is the first, actually Georgia, but Wisconsin is probably the state that's gonna be the least competitive out of the main 7 swing states. It just was such a small margin in 2024 that there's really no reason for it to flip back. Like if Josh Shapiro can't flip a state 0.8 points to the left, then big trouble for him. Minnesota, that's also gone for Republicans. And then we got all of these central states that really won't go anymore. Nebraska first was actually a surprise. It won't likely. Iowa will stay around the same place it was. Kansas, I'm actually predicted to go likely this election. Wyoming, no questions there. Colorado is actually going solid, I think. And New Mexico will stay where it is, to be honest. And the West is really where it's gonna be like Josh Shapiro's place that he's gonna fumble. He's not that good, which could actually push Colorado to the likely category. I'm actually gonna put it there now. And then Nebraska second is likely. Just a lot of college graduates around the Omaha area, where is Nebraska's second district. As well, Nebraska itself is shifting to the left, I think, because it was the only place in the country that had significant shifting to the left with counties. And aside from Georgia, Texas is, I think it's also going to stay where it is, just the Hispanics in the South. I do see the Dallas area going back to the left. Yeah, I also didn't understand this area in the slightest this election, because it's shifting towards the left, right? Look, it's shifting, yeah, and then it just went back. So I see it I don't think any other counties are gonna flip back, but I do see Tarrant County narrowing up a little. Louisiana is solid. Montana solid. Utah solid. Utah could be likely, but I'm holding myself. And Nevada is also a tilt state, to be honest, but I'm still putting J.D. Vance as winning there because I could see him actually maybe even putting this county into tilt, maybe. But Clark County I do see shifting to the left this election cycle. Now Nevada has a lot of Hispanics and not that many college graduates, so that's the main reason why it's J.D. Vance. And also Josh Shapiro doesn't really have that much popularity in the Sun Belt, in the Western Sun Belt, not the Sun Belt. Which is why also Arizona's just gone forever, I think. I don't think it's possible to win Arizona after the 5.5 victory Trump had. Especially with Maricopa County. I didn't expect this, and neither did many people. I thought Maricopa County would go to the left by a comfortable margin, but it actually went to a comfortable margin for Trump. Yet again, never forget that Cesar Poll, man. Alright. Now, Idaho is solid too. And then they'll just pick up, Josh Shapiro will just pick up the entire Pacific area, including Hawaii. And Alaska is likely. And here we have it. My new official, not hypothetical, prediction for 2028. With the new polls and the approval rating of Donald Trump going down, as well as his favorability, I predict A very close election, but Josh Shapiro narrowing out in the end. Aside from North Carolina, maybe. That's the only toss-up in this election. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.